You didn't compete on both sides of the ball, so you can't have this conversation with me. So you only played one side of the ball. I don't want to talk to you.
You got it.
Yo, what's the word? Today we got Grumpy Grandpa Kenyon Martin and Gil going back and forth on Gil's arena. If you watch the show regularly, you know Kenyon likes to yell to get his point across and usually outtalks everyone. And the cast usually let him get away with it. But today Gil wasn't letting him have his way. He actually fought back, which was surprising. Let's dive in to see what set this back and forth off.
That's why the NFL is a better product, because those guys take it personal because their jobs is on the line and they're going out to compete each and every snap.
Each and every snap.
Each and every snap is meaningful. So if we took that each and every possession personal,
that shit is crazy.
Like Dillon Brooks does, offensively and defensively, it's just not one side of the ball. He's doing both sides of the ball. It'll be a better product if more guys took it that way. I ain't saying it's 100% in the NFL, but that number is high. Yeah. That guys take each and every possession personal. And yeah, you trying to get the best of me. And it's man shit at that point, right? I'm not going back down to deviate as a man first and foremost. I got pride and I got to go look at myself in the mirror.
So first off, the NFL product is 1,000 times better because they play 17 games in the regular season versus the 82-game season for the NBA. And each game just holds much more weight in the NFL regular season. And the fun doesn't begin for the NBA until the playoffs. And me personally, I can't stand when players who were former professionals act like they did everything perfect. All that, the pride, and I'm a man who has to look himself in the mirror, like there aren't highlights of them being cooked or having an off day. The whole Superman act and I did everything right is annoying. And I guess Gil didn't like those comments either. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
But when he was in Houston,
he had it.
Did he?
That's what I'm saying.
Why not? He don't deviate.
He take his L's.
Well,
He don't deviate.
He take his L's.
Where's his interview
right?
from the last time
Man.
we heard about him in
For
Memphis?
real.
So you
To the
talking about
2 years in Houston when LeBron played.
So like I said, you want to talk
when
about
LeBron had
antics?
25,
I'm talking about
13, and 9 last year against him,
I'm talking about-
and he had 5, he walked out of the meeting. He didn't want to talk. See,
So
y'all
once
gotta
again,
remember
y'all
that's
wanna bring
the
up-
Running shit.
That's
So
the
did he
pride.
not
That's
show
the
up-
pride he's talking about.
I don't know
That's the
what
pride
he
he's
did.
talking about.
LeBron has more points. So Gil, LeBron has more
25,
points.
13, and 9.
LeBron has more points than everybody in the history of playing fucking basketball.
last year.
Yes.
Last year.
Listen, LeBron has more points than anybody in the history of playing basketball. Yes, cool. That does not mean that Dillon Brooks don't show up to compete, bruh. You're trying to take his competitive nature away because you're talking about fucking points.
I don't know about.
I don't want to give fuck points.
Hold
I don't
on,
give a fuck
hold on,
about
hold on,
how many-
hold on, hold on.
It's competition.
Wait,
I don't give a fuck how many points a nigga had, man.
Wait, so if he tried to stop somebody, that man bust his ass.
Cool, it
and when we went to go do this, he was gone.
Cool.
Now when he has
That's word.
now when he outplays them,
word.
now he's there to talk.
Cool, let him.
And
And like
that's
I
what
said, I don't agree with the answer.
What is
Did you hear what I said when I was making my statement about the
I was
answer?
talking Brooks was the front one.
Did you hear my statement when I said about the answer?
It's funny how Kenyon always brags on how he doesn't watch the games, but somehow he knows that Dillon Brooks competes on every possession, every night on both ends. That doesn't even make sense. And don't get me wrong, I do like Dillon Brooks' playing style, but these old heads just try to discredit whichever era is current. He speaks about how there is no resistance and you can just score at will. Well, why hasn't anyone broken the 100-point Wilt Chamberlain record? Since there is only a few competitors left in the NBA. And it's funny how Kenyon only cares about who competes hard, but last week it was about Draymond having stats and not about him being a competitor.
For competing, let's celebrate when he's winning, but when he get his
I
ass
ain't
busted,
talking about celebrating or not celebrating. I'm talking about
When you
going
get
up,
your ass
when
busted,
the
you
ball
still
go
competing.
up,
We play-
you still
you
go out and play hard each and every
Everybody
possession.
Like Dillon Brooks, it just be.
And what I've seen of Dillon Brooks, when the ball goes up,
It don't matter.
Memphis, Houston,
Anywhere he at.
the ball
Oregon
goes
too.
up,
Oregon
he plays
too.
hard. He's
He
going
play
to
hard.
compete.
What does that
But
mean?
the nigga, that's what the question was.
What
to
does
me.
that mean?
So,
Dillon Brooks
what
is
does
like
that mean?
the-
It's a skill set.
Playing hard.
LeBron.
Everybody who guarded me was playing hard. I averaged 29. Everybody who's playing Luka plays hard.
Again, it's about
Everybody who's guarding Luka plays hard. How much is Luka average?
We're talking about competition, bro. We're talking about competition.
I don't know what
We're talking about competition.
You didn't compete on the other side of the ball, either, nigga.
I'm confused on
So you gave up 29. Listen, you scored 29.
Let me ask you a question.
How many did you give up?
Let me ask you.
How many did you give up?
Hold on.
You didn't compete on both sides of the ball, so you can't have this conversation with me.
Let's not get things twisted, man. Competition is great for the sport, and we do probably need more of it, I guess. But last week, Kenyon was only about stats only. He didn't care about how gritty and how hard you played. And his favorite player, AI, didn't play a lick of defense to the level that he likes. Will he tell him the same thing about him not being able to have the combo with him? Probably not. And the whole "you didn't do this, so you can't talk about it" narrative is played out too at this point, man. Y'all talking hoop on the couch with ex-pros. Everybody opinion holds some weight, including Kenyon's. But he just likes to scream and shut people down too much. Like, damn, bro, just have a conversation. Talk about it. Be an adult.
So defense make you.
You can't talk. You want to talk about offense? We talk about offense. We talking about the totality of the game. Then we can talk.
Offense.
You didn't play defense, so you can't talk to me about playing both sides of the ball.
Offense.
That's a different conversation.
No, it ain't. We're talking about
competing, bro.
If you listen to my words instead of just
I hear you talking.
Yes. I said when a nigga compete on both sides of the ball.
We talking about Dillon Brooks.
Yes, I did, nigga. I did compete on both. Hold on. I did compete on both sides of the ball, dog. Part of my statement was when I originally said the nigga competes on both sides of the ball every time.
Every night, every time he plays, he steps up and he competes.
But
every time, that's what the fuck
We're not talking about everybody else.
I ain't talking
We're talking about Dillon Brooks.
Dillon Brooks. And I said if more niggas took that approach,
it would be a better product.
They don't compete then.
When I said when more niggas took that approach, you balled your face up.
So if more people.
So therefore, if more niggas took the approach on playing both sides of the ball, like Dillon Brooks, Anthony Edwards, most fucking other guys.
If he actually watched the games, he would have been able to name more than those two.
Took that same approach, the league would be a much better product, nigga. Like, so you didn't play both sides of the ball, so you can't talk to me about that.
Everybody in the NBA be like Dillon Brooks.
So on that note,
go out and compete.
Good place for us to wrap up today. Make sure you stick around for an all-new episode of the Arena Gridiron coming up next. They're going to talk about the Monday night game. Got a lot of other things to discuss.
You want to talk about points, Gilbert. I can give two fucks about how many points them niggas score. I don't give a fuck how many points niggas score, Gil. I can give two fucks. If you go out and compete, and you bust a nigga
I heard your point.
But you want to talk.
Hear my point.
They heard Dillon Brooks going.
You've been talking for fucking 15 minutes. You've been talking for 15 minutes.
Go ahead.
You've been talking for 15 straight minutes. Final point, Gil. You're saying
let him say his point.
He's a defensive player.
I said he competes.
That he competes on defense. He has no offense. You're fine with that. But if an offensive player that scores but plays no defense, you don't fuck with that.
I don't care.
They're both one-sided players, but you're only praising one.
So if you listen to
I'm
words,
competing on the offense.
So you listen to words that came out my mouth.
I'm competing offensively.
I respect that they play both sides of the ball.
If I score 30 points a game against a defensive player, I'm competing offensively.
One side of the ball.
Where are you going, Hammy?
One side of the ball.
Puffing and motherfucking puffing.
I'm
competing.
They do that in football too. They do that in football too.
One side of the ball.
Because I remember when I averaged 34 against them, I was competing.
And then offense.
Against who?
34 a game against them, I was competing. I don't know what kind of defense I played.
Against who?
They was trying.
If they was competing defensively, they didn't do a good job.
Who you had 34?
In my opinion, to wrap this topic up, man, they were both arguing two different things. Kenyon says he wants you to compete on both sides and just try. And Gil's claiming if he's cooking your ass on offense, he's competing. What are you doing to stop him? Don't seem like you're providing much competition. But the whole compete term is BS because a player can run up and down the court, grit his teeth, pull on his shorts, and chuck shots and go 0 for 20. He looks like he's trying hard, but he didn't contribute to winning. That's a problem, man. And my advice would be to Kenyon would be to watch more games. There are some low-key non-household names in the league that compete every day. But let me know whose side you guys are on down below in the comments. You riding with Kenyon or you riding with Gil? Appreciate you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Peace. Catch you next time.